Welcome back everybody to 31 Days of Horror, and we're on the 7th day, and for this 7th day we are looking at The Giant Claw from 1957, directed by Fred F. Sears, who we've already talked about before, as he directed also The Werewolf, and it clocks in at 75 minutes long, and it's a mix of horror, monster and science fiction genres, starring Jeff Morrow, who was also in This Island Earth, The Creature Walks Among Us, and Kronos, so other kind of similar films to this, as well as Mara Corday, who also was starred in Tarantula and The Black Scorpion. Also, similar films to this, Black Scorpion being quite interesting because it had one of the few stop motion effects not done by Ray Harryhausen, and it was also out in the same year as this, which is something we'll get to in a minute. And but she also had some minor roles in 4 Clint Eastwood films, likes of The Gauntlet or Sudden Impact. And also stars Maurice Ancram, who was in Invaded from Mars, Earth versus the Flying Saucers, Kronos, and Zombies of Moratau. Again, another one that we've looked at before. So this is about the plot synopsis for this is global panic ensues when it is revealed that a mysterious UFO is actually a giant turkey-like bird that flies at supersonic speed and has no regard for life or architecture. So this is the 4th and final film in the Cold War Creatures box set, and it's definitely the most well-known of those 4, mostly due to its reputation of being bad. Now, I'm not quite on the side of it being as bad as some people say it is, and it's certainly not the worst of its type from that era, especially since the cast is good. It does a decent job of gradually revealing the creature. It is solidly paced, and though the production is just about serviceable, there is some genuine entertainment to be had from both its positive and negative aspects. So it's kind of a so bad it's good kind of film, but then it's a bit more average than that. So it's not spectacular. It's easily my least favourite from the 4 out of the box set that it's part of. But yeah, it's still a decent creature feature, and there is a decent finale as well. A couple of buildings in New York get trashed, and there is some good character interactions as well. It's also got a bit of a repetitive amount of action, with some planes getting destroyed over and over again, and that gets a bit annoying at times, but it's still overall a reasonably entertaining film. And because it's well paced, those 75 minutes pretty much just fly by. So not the worst film of its type from the era. Certainly doesn't deserve the kind of reputation that it has got, but it's also not the best, far from it, especially like I said, because The Black Scorpion was released in the same year as this, and that has stop motion animation by Willis O'Brien, who worked on King Kong. So yeah, the effects on that are so much better than this, as it pretty much just looks like a puppet in this film, whereas with The Black Scorpion you've got really good stop motion animation, you've got some nice miniatures, whereas this only really has some miniatures on its side, and everything else is a bit lacking. So like I said, not my favourite from the box set, but given that it's a really rather cheap and film with a bad reputation, I was expecting a lot worse, and I certainly was expecting a lot less entertainment from it, but thankfully neither was the case. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you with the next one. Bye.